Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Professor, are you still on the Consumer Finance Protection Board? Are you still a member of that?
I am a member of the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau's Consumer Advisory Board, yes.
Okay. So you do represent?
No, I do not, sir. I am here today solely in my individual capacity. I have no authority whatsoever to speak for the Advisory Board, and the Advisory Board is an independent body from the Bureau itself.
But you are on you are on that board, correct?
I am on the board, as well as the president of American Express, as well as the president of Advance America.
I just wanted to know if you were. I don't want to know the rest of them. The gentleman from Missouri made a great analogy about the NFL changing rules to keep players from getting hurt. It seems to me the CFPB is protecting the people in the stands while the players on the field are getting clipped and getting hurt. And so if your objective, or if our objective, is to save the players on the field, I think these gentlemen and the lady is the players on the field. I want to ask you a question and start with you, Mr. Fenderson, and we'll just go straight down the line. If an unbanked person came into your bank on a Monday and said that his or her car was broke down the side of the road, they need $150 to get it fixed, and they would pay you back Friday, would you make that person that loan?
Yes, we would. We have a small dollar loan program.
And what would be the charge on that?
For unsecured lending, 18%.
How much?
18%.
18%. Would you, credit union, make that?
Yes, we would. Yes, we would. And I don't know the specific rate, but I can get back to you on that on a follow-up. Okay. I have another comment regarding Mr. Cleaver's testimony and Mr. Green's testimony. I believe a $50 billion bank or credit union resembles, looks a lot more like a $10 billion bank than any way that it would resemble a $1 trillion mega bank.
I got you. Mr. Williams?
Yes, we don't have a minimum loan. We would make it, and in Texas, we'd make it at 17.5 because 18 is usurious.
Ma'am?
Yes, we would make it, and it could be up to 18%. But I would like to make one other comment as well. We're talking about the cost of regulation on our institution, and that is a serious concern. But it does also impact the consumer, because all the procedures, all the processes, all the checklists, and all the things that we can and can't do get between us and our members. We can't really spend that time with them finding ways that we can better help them with their financial situation because of regulations.
Professor, would 18% be a fair interest rate for that?
Sure. I don't have any problem with 18%. Okay. That's actually by federal regulation that they're capped at 18%. So I want to say I like your analogy with the football, with the ball game, protecting the player, the fans. We do that. You go to a hockey game, you can't. They've got a wall so the fans don't get hit by a puck.
Thank you, Mr. Fenderson. You made reference to several of the bills that were our colleagues are going to introduce. I'm planning on reintroducing the Financial Institutions Examination, Fairness, and Reform Act. I don't know if you're familiar with that, but Ms. Capito, who is now in the Senate, had introduced that in the last Congress. And there's a section in there that talks about non-accrual loans, where you have a loan that's current, but then the regulators come in and tell you for certain reasons you got to put it in a non-accrual. Does that hurt your bank when you have to do that?
It does. It is a tremendous drain where we were accruing for that loan and therefore recognizing the income, and therefore we're not able to recognize that income.
Mr. Williams?
Yes, I agree, clearly.
Would you have any problem with that being in the bill, that that these regulations that says a current loan would have to be some way put into a non-accrual status? Would not have to be put into a non-accrual?
What we would like to have is the ability to manage and manage our own risk. And by doing that, if we think that loan is a problem, we will probably place it in non-accrual on our own.
Okay. Mr. Williams?
We would have a very similar situation, we would think we would have already identified it, and we wouldn't need a regulator to do so.
Okay, thank you. Now yield back, Mr. Chairman.